everyone. It's Street Now News. I'm terry-dwayne-ashford. We're coming in with you with our closer for the evening, Thursday evening. It is Thursday evening, March 18th. We're coming right on back. Answer some of those questions that we asked you earlier this morning. Provide you a little bit more information, a little bit at a time. Making sure we don't overwhelm you as we bring it to you like this. Bring it to you like you want it, like you asked for it. And now, exactly like you got it. I am Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. I'm your journalist-in-chief broadcaster from Washington, D.C. I'm also the indacarseat-datguy. I'm the one that they said they liked so much, they loved so much, they made him in the car seat trying to take him. Now you gotta take a human, right? What do they call that? When you try to take a human. What do they call that? Huh? Are we changing the meaning of words as we're using the words in our day-by-day playbook? Huh? Well, look, I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. You don't take a human. Not by the name of Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, not Wilma Greenwood-Ashford's son. No, you don't. You don't do that. But we're going to jump right back in with our closer for the evening of March 18th. March 18th, 2021. It's Thursday evening. We're here with you from Street Now News, News Radio. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We had a little downtime with that news radio, with the manipulation behind the scenes of the show's perimeter changing, that is. We had a little downtime as of yesterday when that show was blocked in the process of someone trying to steal the broadcast, we believe. Well, guess what? The show is back up and running right now, and this particular broadcast will be aired on it just like all the others. Just like all the others. We do ask that you know or learn if you don't know, but know who you're messing with before you mess with them. Do your homework. Do your due diligence. You know who you're messing with when you're messing with them. Please do that. We are now with Street Now News. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, your journalist-in-chief broadcaster. You're in the car seat, that guy who has developed for you, News Radio by SN News. You guys make me cry. You make me want to cry even when I don't cry. It feels so good. Street Now News, Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. We talked this morning about the tire shop and the ordeals that happened there. I'm going to give you a little bit more details on that coming up shortly. Yeah. Well, we showed up at the tire shop yesterday trying to get some tires fixed. Right there on Kennedy Street, Kennedy and North Capitol Street. We walked up in the tire shop and what came right behind us but harassment. Harassment. Well, let's start with what was there waiting. What was there waiting was a white race man sitting there in a white van signaling to the Africans who were to come out and do something. I thought they were to come out and fix my tire. Well, that's not, obviously, I'm not what they were planning to do. They were planning to use me to make that connection between the white race man and the black Africans that was working in the shop. As if that wasn't enough, I'll tell you what happened. As soon as Terry-Dwayne-Ashford arrived at the shop, there drove up a little young boy. He looks like he was in his 20s. Boy that drove up. He ran behind me. He was tall. He looked like he was about 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", tall, feet tall. And he ran behind me and started yelling and talking at the African who was helping me, who was taking the instructions about the tire and the service that I was requesting, interrupting. Well, we squashed that immediately, and the black guy, ran and started yelling, "He's the one running around telling. He's the one running around telling." Well, he's the one running around telling what? That is what the black guy rushed up, drive up, and started yelling as Terry-Dwayne-Ashford was talking to the customer service guy about the tire. From that point forward, the customer service guy, the guy who was helping with the tires, 3 guys that was employed there, and one of them went back as if he was looking for a tire, never saying whether he had the right size or responding to the customer's request. The other one was also appearing to have done the same thing. All 3 men came from the back and signaled at the white race man that was waiting there, who wasn't getting the tire at all. Well, I waited and wondered if they had the tire that we needed or not. And then I decided to go back there to the back where everyone had disappeared. Back there, no, all those dirty tires. It was so dirty and dusty back there. But right back there, the little white race man was sneaking back in the back with the guys. And all the guys was pretending. I asked him, do you have the right size? Do you have the size tire you need? I mean, what are you doing? I mean, are you going to fix it or what? Because nobody's ever said yes. And all 3 black men ignored Terry-Dwayne-Ashford as the white race man was sneaking into the back. Started to speak there. Looked at the white race man. He was itching back there in the little corner. The only thing we can figure out here, we said we were going to start a little investigation. We've already identified the tire shop. We're going to come with the names. We're going to give you more information about that particular tire shop. We've experienced 3 different occasions where that particular tire shop attempted to do the same thing. On the very first occasion, it was a browner-skinned Muslim that worked there who actually told me, "Why won't I just leave?" Well, I won't just leave because I'm trying to get a tire fixed. That's why I won't just leave. That particular Muslim appeared to be a Muslim guy, no longer works there. From that point forward, I'll tell you what happened. Then the tire shop became filtrated with the darker Africans, which I'm totally okay with because I'm a black man myself. And that particular ordeal, everything that was happening before began to happen then with the Africans that worked there. Yesterday was the last time that it happened. It's been 3 or 4 different occasions at that one particular shop. And that time I was there and the tire was totally off the wheel. A time before I was there, the tire had been taken off of the wheel by them. They had to fix it. That left me there with 1 tire. Now, what could they be doing back there? So the question I asked this morning, all I can think of is a choo-choo train. A choo-choo train. A choo-choo train. You know what a train is? a train, a choo-choo train. One that blows the horn, that blows the smoke out of the top of the chimney of the locomotive device. That's all I can think of was happening, or intended to happen back there. The African men, the black men, had totally ignored the customer's request, and had totally had intended to serve the white race man that was waiting out there in the room. Once the white race man see that he was seen, he rushes back. He rushes back out and sits inside of his van. What comes up behind us? But the UPS truck that parks behind the white race man's white van. He couldn't move. He couldn't get away. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, we're reporting for you. Yeah. We're reporting for you. Today is March 18th. The only thing we can think about is a train. What the exchange is these black men have committed to carrying out this pornography acts. It appears that the white race man wants to act as if they're on a porno flick. That's what it appears to Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. But they don't want everybody to know that they're on a porno flick with black men. There's one porno flick that I recall seeing. About 7 black men surrounding one white man in the dirty backyard dungeon. 7 of them, with the one white race man down there on his knees. I find that totally offensive. I think the world will find it totally offensive. We're gonna make them exactly what they are. We're gonna force them to be exactly what they are. Now we've shown you what they are. They intended to carry out that particular activity. It's called a train. A train. Choo 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 train. Choo choo train. That's what it's called. A train that someone who's lived a life, a beautiful life all their life, would find it unbelievable. I find it unbelievable that you tried to use me to get it started. The white race man was following me to the tire shop, waited there to use me to signal, and then he was going to sneak into the back and carry out a train. Better yet, have the train carried out on him. The 3 black men refused to fix my flat tire. What you would see, you may have seen it already in the publishings. The tire, as we had to hire a tow truck to pick the car up, to take the car to another shop to get the flats fixed. For Street Now News, I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford with News Radio right now by SN News. Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. It is a sickening, a totally sickening ordeal we are dealing with. And even imagining or even thinking what you had planned for the world. It is sick. Literally sick. For Street Now News, I'm Terry-Dwayne-Ashford. That is what you should think about every time you roll past a person and look down in between your legs. A train. A choo-choo train. It's sickening. Totally sickening. So rolling past Terry-Dwayne-Ashford, looking down between your legs. You need to look around and what you say.